Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Fallout from Fastlane, another elimination from the Mixed Match Challenge, and more build towards Wrestlemania on 205 Live. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live. We're going to start off by talking about what happened on SmackDown, the fallout from Fastlane. We had an in-ring confrontation between both AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, building up the tension to this awesome match that we're going to be getting at WrestleMania 34.
And essentially plugging the fact that somewhere down the line there's going to be a knee-to-face t-shirt.
Probably. It'll probably be available at the WrestleMania store if you're going.
Yeah.
This led into AJ Styles versus Rusev, where AJ defeated Rusev by disqualification due to Aiden English getting in and breaking up the calf crusher. AJ was then saved by Shinsuke Nakamura. He didn't feel he needed it, but Shinsuke said he's going to keep saving him until WrestleMania, when then he hits a knee to face.
Yeah, he took his sweet time getting in the ring to help AJ too, though.
Yeah, he did.
He's like, I'm going to save you, but I'm not going to save you too much.
It was one of those things that's like, does AJ got this? Okay, I got it. The Bludgeon brothers defeated Jimmy Uso and Big E as they challenged the remnants of what destruction they left at Fastlane. Big E got run into the stairs, and Jimmy was the victim of that double-team powerbomb. Both Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens commented on what happened with Shane at Fastlane, and Shane McMahon is having a WrestleMania announcement at the end of the show. We had an in-ring face-to-face with Charlotte and Asuka after Asuka officially challenged Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania, building towards their match. Jinder Mahal defeated Bobby Roode with Randy Orton at ringside, trying to prove that he somehow deserves to be in this whole situation, and mostly just trying to piss people off. And then Randy Orton delivered the most hilarious RKO in a long time. Maybe not of all time, but in a long time. Carmella was the first to enter the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal, and then defeated Naomi after kicking the ropes as Naomi was trying to do a little springboard kick, and then folded her in half and pinned her down. And then Shane's WrestleMania announcement was simply just that Kevin Owens was going to face Sami Zayn, and then they both acted like they took exception to it, and then they beat the shit out of Shane.
Yeah.
Like, hardcore, beat the fuck out of Shane.
Yeah.
Including, like, finishing SmackDown with, like, a powerbomb onto, like, some metal framing in the back.
Plastic.
Which was pretty gnarly looking.
Yeah, and then Shane also announced that from here on out, he's stepping down...
Oh, yes.
...indefinitely as the head guy on the SmackDown brand.
Yeah.
And from here on out, Daniel Bryan, who should be returning next week, is going to be at the helm from now on.
Yeah. But will this situation cause him to come back?
Not next week.
Well, yeah, definitely not next week.
No, my theory here is, I mean, he will come back, and he'll probably put the stipulation that I mentioned while we were watching it.
Yeah.
Is that the loser has to leave.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to
Well, there is supposed to be a shakeup after...
Yeah.
After WrestleMania anyway, so potentially the loser just goes to Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I don't know. But then, like, here's something that got me, is the complete nonchalance that we had slipping over to Mixed Match Challenge, where I feel like they should have been freaked out a little bit more about the fact that Shane McMahon just got almost murdered.
Meh.
Either that or it's so commonplace that Shane McMahon almost dies on WWE television that they don't care anymore.
I think that's more likely.
Yeah.
Shane just puts himself in peril, so it's like, oh, well, Shane got powerbombed onto some metal. Classic Shane. Speaking of the Mixed Match Challenge, the Road Warriors eliminated Ravishing Rusev Day from the tournament. We got a really cool end segment where Charlotte was actually face-to-face with Rusev and was just chopping the shit out of him. Rusev was having a grand old time until he got turned around into a glorious DDT. And next week we're going to be getting Team Little Big versus Asuka. And then on 205 Live we had Hideo Itami and Akira Tozawa defeat Lucha House Party after Hideo put down Metalik, and then we had a little bit of a face-off between Hideo and Lindsay.
Yeah.
They had some issues, and they actually had to be pulled apart by Kalisto and Tozawa, so we might be getting a Hideo versus Lindsay match next week. Jack Gallagher defeated Murphy Myers with a headbutt and gave a lot of stink eye towards Drake Maverick. And then in the first of two semifinals, the second one being next week, Cedric Alexander advanced to WrestleMania after defeating Roderick Strong, kicking out of a countered pin from Roddy himself, and then locking Roddy into a small package. So next week we're going to be getting Mustafa Ali versus Drew Gulak to see who faces Cedric Alexander at WrestleMania. That being said, what did you like about Tuesday?
What did I like about Tuesday?
That's what I said.
I don't know. It's alright. The Big E Uso combo promo.
Yeah.
Was cool.
Yeah, it was.
And the way they went about trying to take out the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah, just straight up like they used thug tactics. They attacked them before they got to the ring. They used chairs. They grabbed chairs.
Tried to use chairs.
Yeah. They were Bludgeon Brothers have hammers, so or mallets.
So there has to be an excuse why they bounce when they drop them on the ground.
That's fair. Never thought about it that way. That's your like? Is the
yeah.
All right. My like is actually Roddy versus Cedric. It was a great match. Some fucking hellacious bumps. Roddy doing that, like dropping Cedric on the top turnbuckle and letting him just bounce to the floor was fucking insane.
Essentially like a torture rack bomb onto the top turnbuckle.
Like he set him up for that. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And it was like
a back. I thought it was gonna be like a back press. Backbreaker to the floor.
I was waiting for like burning hammer on the apron or some shit. Like I wasn't sure what was going to happen. It was a scary situation, but a fantastic match nonetheless. It's not my favorite match so far of the tournament, but fantastic match. And I love the fact that the end was still very sudden.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Roddy being like ultimately defeated. It was quick thinking by Cedric that keeps Roddy strong, doesn't detract anything from him, but gives Cedric that ticket to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
What did you love?
Roderick Strong versus Cedric Alexander was my love.
Interesting.
On that episode of Tuesday.
That episode of Tuesday.
Shut up, I'm tired.
That's fine.
Alright, it's definitely, like you said, maybe not my favorite match of the tournament so far, but maybe my second favorite.
It's definitely semifinals worthy.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just really good. It reminded me of something that you would have seen a couple years ago when they were both together on Ring of Honor, potentially facing each other.
That's true.
And they got a "This is awesome" chant.
Yeah. I'm loving the 205 Live love.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. Yeah, it's so much fun. And the miking of the people on Mixed Match Challenge still, like the fact that
this was another really fun
it's just when you let the wrestlers just kind of let loose and be themselves and not have to be these huge personas.
Yeah, give them less parameters.
You get a lot of funny, candid little things. Just the whole fact that Charlotte hates when Bobby Roode tries to woo because it doesn't sound good.
Yeah, it's like that's been like the running gag in the whole in their like even having at one point Ric Flair coming in and trying to teach Bobby Roode how to woo.
Yeah. And
yet Bobby Roode still can't get like his voice is so deep, and so every time he does it, Charlotte's just like, "No, you need to stop." Which is hilarious.
What did you love?
I love the whole tag team situation because I was literally thinking about it before we watched SmackDown. I was like in my head, I legitimately I was like, okay, Big E wasn't in the match. Mm-hmm. He took some damage, but he wasn't in the match, so he's going to be the most fresh. I definitely want him, if it's not just him by himself going after the Bludgeon Brothers, I want whichever Uso took the least amount of damage. And I got exactly what I wanted.
Would have been hysterical if just Tamina showed up.
I mean, I would have been okay with that, but I know she's recovering from surgery, so definitely wasn't going to be Tamina. But legit, I was thinking about this.
Naomi.
That no, I would have been less excited about that. But it was really cool, and I was like, man, this is what I don't want Kofi and I don't want Woods on TV.
Yeah.
To really sell that damage.
They're selling the fact that they're saying that Woods had a spinal injury coming out of it, so he's gone indefinitely.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It was like I was so worried, because WWE will do that. They'll be like, oh yeah, it's a real bad injury, but. And then they do something like, I can't believe Xavier Woods is here after everything. Like, that's what I didn't want that to happen. And so I really wanted there to be that ability to believe that the injury was legit and keep them off TV, even if it is just for a week.
Yeah.
I hope that they stay off TV for a couple of weeks.
I think Kofi's got a shot at coming back next week.
Yeah. And that's fine.
Xavier's gonna be like the big triumphant return.
Yeah,
it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be. We're gonna get the point where the Bludgeon Brothers now next week are going to be able to defeat or stand up to Big E, Kofi, and Jimmy Uso.
Think so?
Yeah,
okay.
And then the week following, the Bludgeon Brothers are going to show that they can stand up to Kofi, Biggie, and both Usos.
Okay.
Until Xavier comes in and is like, oh my god, it's Xavier Woods, and how is he still alive?
See, in my head, I'm kind of hoping that it's maybe they set up a rematch of what we got, where it's E and Jimmy again, and they take out one of them before the match and then just fucking destroy the other one in a handicap match. So then the following week... Maybe the following week we get Kofi, and I'm hoping like that last week, whether it's just before Mania or like a couple weeks before, whichever it is, I want the Bludgeon Brothers to be in a squash match and just kill some jobbers. Maybe even go a little overboard after the match, and literally be surrounded by the Usos and the New Day. So they all get their revenge for Fastlane and this week, and then whatever they do next week. Like, that's what I'm wanting, is like you have Biggie and Jimmy like come in again, and then you have Kofi come from one side and Jay come from another side, and then Woods come from like the ramp or something, and then it's just a fucking all out brawl on the Bludgeon Brothers.
I just want to see like the Bludgeon Brothers set up in like a tag team match with the Usos. And have the Shield music hit, and have the New Day walk down to the ring in like unicorn Shield riot gear.
That I wish they would have done that at Survivor Series against the Shield.
There's always next year.
Always next year. Well, it was this year, because that was last year.
Well, I mean, they're probably not going to do it 2 years in a row.
You never know. WWE's done Rock Cena once in a lifetime, 2 years in a row.
Yeah, well, they didn't say Shield and New Day are once in a lifetime, so...
Well, there's even more reason that they can do it 2 years in a row. Yeah. Anyway, did you dislike anything?
I
don't know if there was anything that I actually disliked.
I don't know. I didn't find myself particularly enthralled in the Carmella Naomi match.
No.
Carmella's not super strong in the ring yet. I'll be honest, she's a lot better than where she was this time last year. And Naomi still seems a little off of her game.
This match, I felt like they legit had heat going into this match. Like, they beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, but I didn't see anything out of Naomi that usually makes me go like, oh yeah, Naomi, she's the most athletic.
Yeah, she's 2 matches in a row. She's lacked the athleticism that we know her for.
Yeah, and I feel like whatever maybe rocked her in the match on Sunday is still having some after effects.
Possibly.
So I mean, I put that under like a minor grievance column.
Yeah.
And. Yeah, no, that'll probably be it.
Yeah, I can't say I really disliked anything, because the usual thing I dislike, They used it a little better this week, and I'll give a slight nudge to the graphics because I liked the shaking brawn when Miz did his promo. That was funny.
And I mean, and there's where I'm going to be real is, as much as I don't mind the graphics, the mixed match challenge promos are where they need to be really centrally focused because that's what they were designed for.
Yeah,
initially,
and that's fine, and that's why
it's Facebook-y, it's social media-y.
Yeah,
it grabs your attention,
and they use emojis. So
yeah,
I'm gonna give them a pass. Yeah, I didn't really. I mean, I'm not that enthused with Hideo and Tozawa as a tag team. I mean, the idea is cool, but I've really lost any sort of steam I had for Hideo.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a big fan of Tozawa, and it's not that I don't like Hideo, it's just I don't really care about Hideo currently.
Yeah,
so.
It's just the circumstance of we don't have anything for you two guys, so we're going to put you together, and by putting you together, making you a tag team will make you relevant.
Yeah. We'll see.
It's an Apollo Titus thing. That's exactly the only reason why Titus... That's the reason why Titus Worldwide is a thing, is so they can be like, okay, now we have an excuse to group people together, and when we group them together, then they get to be on TV, because we can't come up with enough things to do individual stuff.
We're not giving them single segments, so it's the carpool lane. Just put as many people out there as you possibly can.
It's the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Everyone wants a Mania payday.
There you go.
Everyone on the roster gets a spot at Mania this year, or every year when they have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
That's true.
Except for the cruiserweights.
I think more cruiserweights might get it this year.
I really hope the cruiserweights get into the Battle Royal this year.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to fill the big shoes.
Hell yeah.
Of the Big Show, because he's probably not going to be in it.
Probably not. He's still healing from his hip surgery. But with that being said, that is it for Tuesday Night Live. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Click those links down below.
So many social media links.
You check out that podcast link.
It's the link that says SoundCloud.
And check out Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
It's reasonable to W.
Like wrestling. Where you can check out unboxing videos where we get cool shirts like this Heart Foundation t-shirt.
And not like the Survival t-shirt.
No, you can get that on WWEshop.com.
Or back in time at NXT Live events.
Yeah, because that's where he got it. You can also check out our punishment videos, which we got to get caught up on those.
Yeah.
There just needs to be a day where I just do terrible, terrible things to you.
If you can phrase it better than that, sure.
Nope, sticking with it. You can also check out the other videos that we post that are based loosely around wrestling.
Or loosely based around wrestling.
That too. But for now, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
And as always,
fuck Modus.